Hey guys, it's Loves to Loom here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create my new behind bars bracelet. This is actually a variation of my own original released bracelet, which is also on my channel. This one here takes approximately 124 bands depending on your wrist size. This is the signature side, but it is reversible. So you can wear it on this side too, which I think looks pretty cool also. But I prefer this way, and it lays really nice on this side as well. I use the silk bands from rainbowloom.com. I am so obsessed with them. I think they look super cool. Side note, for the bands, which I'm referring to, the silk bands, I do recommend for those to use a thicker band. I do mention that in the tutorial. It just comes out nicer. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. To make this bracelet, you should have 2 looms if you do not want to use an extension, 1 C-clip and your hook. The first layer that we're going to be laying is going to be like the top border, which is the blue here, and then also the white. So we're going to be laying those at the same time. I'm going to use white where I used the blue on this one, and then I'm going to use a light green for where I used the white. So since I'm using white for that border there, I'm going to grab 1 band, and we're just going to sit it there for when we close it up. Grab 2 more of that color, and we're going to bring it out to the left and the right, like so. And now grab the other color you're going to be using, and you're going to bring that in on the left and in on the right, like so. Now we're going to need to go forward, so we're going to go back to our white. And now switch again and go back to my green and bring that in. All of my greens will be coming in. All of my whites will be going forward. And we're going to just continue to alternate all the way up. So I don't take mine all the way down to the end of the loom. I take it to where I have 4 empty pins at the end. And that actually fits my wrist just perfectly. So you may need to adjust according to your wrist size. So just keep alternating, laying the forward bands and then the ones coming into the center. I'm going to continue on doing mine until I have 4 empty pins, and then I will come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so I've reached the top of my loom. Like I said, I leave 4 empty pins, and I was referring to the middle row. So your last 2 should be coming into the center like that. So push everything down and come back to the beginning. We're going to add on our next layer, which is going to be laid the exact same way, except we're going to use our other colors now. The colors that will be going in are going to be the colors here, my silk bands, which I'm going to use them again, but I'm just using my pink and purple. I do recommend to use a thicker band for the bands that you're going to be laying in here. I just think the design comes out better when these bands right here are thicker. And then for the color band, or for the band that's going to be going forward, is going to be this silver that's in here that you don't really see that much. So yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do before we do that is we're going to lay 1 band going forward from this middle one just for closure. I'm just going to use the same color that I used on that pin there. So now we can grab our first color bands that are going to be going in and just lay that right on top of the other ones that we've laid, like so. Now we'll lay our other color, which is green for me, forward. And then we'll go back going in. Now forward again. We're just going to keep alternating just like we did the first time. I'm kind of rushing and not really fixing my bands. I'm going to go back through and make sure they're nice and straight before I start looping. But that is something I would recommend. These bands that are coming in, you don't want them to be all twisted and stuff, because it will not look as nice if they are all twisted. So just keep alternating like you did the first time, and then take it down to the very end, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Alrighty, so I've reached the end of my loom. The last bands that you lay should be going forward. You don't want to lay anything on the very last one. So this is what your loom should look like. And then go ahead and turn your loom around. And now we're going to go ahead and add a cap band onto that very front pin here. Like so. And now we can go ahead and start the looping process. So the first thing we're going to do is bring the first bands back to themselves. So go in the cap band, bring it out to the left, and out to the right. Like so. Now we're going to go inside the left pin and grab this top green, and we're going to stretch it up. So you don't want to bring it to this one, you want to bring it up here. Do the same on the right side. Like so. We're going to go back in those same pins and grab the second band that was in there, which is white, and we're going to bring that to the center here. If you've seen my released bracelet tutorial, the bracelets are very similar. This is actually a variation of that. So once we've done that, we're now going to come to this pin here, and we have 4 bands underneath the 2 that we just laid. You need to push back and grab the bottom set of bands. So it's going to be the green for me. So push back. You're pushing back 4, including the top 2 we just put on there. So push them all back. Grab the second to the last band, which would be my green. I'm going to bring that to the left. Go back in and now grab the very bottom band and bring that to the right. And now we're going to go inside this pin here, grabbing the top green, stretching that up here. And do the same on the right side. And just so you know, the color bands that we lay, we don't loop those. We're going inside of them and grabbing the other bands. So they won't actually get touched at all. So we've stretched that up here. So now we're going to come back, and we need to go back inside this pin here and grab the very bottom, which is white for me, and bring that into the center. Do the same on the right side. We're now going to go inside this pin here, push back the top layers. We're going to grab that bottom green. It's not the very bottom, it's the second to the last. And then the second time you'll be grabbing the last one. And now we'll start our next row. So the start of a section will always be the top band. So the top band will always get stretched up here. Don't accidentally put it on this one. And it should help because you already see that these bands are on there. So it's always 2 up. Then you're going to go back in and grab the next one, which will come to the center. And then the one we just added onto the center, we'll push back and bring out our green to the left and the right. Like so. And we'll start that all over again. Grabbing the top, stretch it up. Go back in. And bring that in the center. And then we have to grab our bottom set of greens. Left. Whoop. And bring this to the right. So that's what we will be doing for the whole bracelet. Just gonna fix this crooked band. Or try to. I guess I'll leave it. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and finish mine up. If you have any problems, just watch the previous instructions, and I'll be back when I reach the end of my loom. So once you reach the end, what I've done, I've already brought my green up here. I went back in the pins and brought the white here. And now my next move would usually be to go in and grab the greens and bring them out to the left and right. But for this very last one, we're going to push back the top layers, and there should be a band going forward, like so. So bring that forward, and then you can proceed like normal and bring out to the left and the right, like so. And then you're just going to go in here, grab the bottom, bring that to the center, and do the same on the right, like so. So we had the band here from the beginning. I like to grab a hold of it and then locate it. There we go. And then this is where we will attach our C-clip. Like, voila. So then what you can do is use your hook and just pop the sides off. Or you can just pull straight up on it. Either way, you will probably have to do a little bit of fixing at the end. So if you want to stick around for that. So when you first pull it off, it's not going to look exactly as it should. So what you're going to want to do is grab the sides of your silk bands or color bands, whichever one you used, and you're just going to slightly pull. You don't need to pull too hard, but just grab the sides so that they pull out like that, and do that all the way around. And then I'm really particular. I don't like the middles crossing. I like when they are laying on top of each other straight, or at least as straight as I can get them, like that. So I also go in and do that, and then by pulling the sides, you'll see that that pink is on top and it shouldn't be. You can just kind of tuck that under, and by pulling the band, it helps fix that problem as well. So that's what I do. So just go around doing that to clean it up. So this is what it looks like once you go and clean it all up. I think it came out super cute. Way better than when it first comes off of the loom. So hopefully you guys can just take a minute to do that. And this is what it looks like on the reverse side. So it looks cute as well. So to close it, you simply just locate the cap band and your C-clip and connect the two like so. And there you have my completed behind bars bracelet. This is a variation of my own original released bracelet. So if you do like this bracelet, please hit the like button below. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel already. You can keep up with all my latest designs. Hope you guys like it as much as I do. And please tag me on Instagram if you make it at Loves to Loom, because I love seeing your renditions. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all at my next video. Bye!